Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our AI optimization for your business, our training and coaching. I'm Monique Carlisle, your business optimization specialist through Midas Web. So excited to be here today and talking to you about automation and AI and how you can use it to double, triple your productivity in your business. So we are case studying an electrician. So I'm based out here in Houston, and we are recovering from a hurricane. So Hurricane Beryl just came through, caused quite a bit of damage. So we are working on a case study of an electrician who wants to be available to the community and support them in their recovery efforts. So we have talked about not missing those cold leads when they reach your Google My Business and they try to call you and you're not available. Then how do you reach out to them and make sure that you secure that business before they move on? So that's through an automation called Missed Call Text Back. And we talked about that on a couple of days ago in a previous session. And then we talked about how do we generate new leads? So creating a lead magnet with AI and then getting it to those new prospects. So this is when you use ads, Google ads, Facebook ads, or just your social media posts. You want to have something of value that shows you're an expert in your industry. And so you do that best through blogs, video testimonials, using a good reputation management, making sure you have reviews in a couple of different places. And then, of course, those lead magnets. So we generated a checklist for homeowners that would be free. So just a value add that you would send to new leads when they fill out a form. It gets you their contact information. You can add them to a nurture campaign and then secure that business, in a few days after they've read through that checklist and realize they need your services. So that was in a previous session yesterday. So today we're going one step further and we are going to talk about reactivating our list. So if you've been in business a while, you probably have a list of people. You have cold leads, warm leads, people you've networked with, referrals, family, friends. You have a list. If you've been saving them in your phone, maybe they're in your Google contacts or your iCal contacts. I don't know what that app is called. I'm an Android user. And so you have them somewhere. Somewhere you have a list. If you've been doing business, hopefully you've been saving that information, even if it's in an Excel sheet. You have people. And we just went through a significant weather event, and those people that you've ever talked to, they need to know you're open for business. Not only are you open, but maybe as a give back to the community, you're offering a special, a promotion, an informational event. It can be anything. You want to provide value. But you got to let these people know. Sometimes you haven't talked to these people in a while. So they're completely cold. You have to reactivate them. The best way to do that is through a compassionate, empathetic nurture campaign. That can be email or text. And so we're actually going to go through that process of generating those few emails. Now, if it's a completely cold list and you haven't had official opt-in permission, then if you're text messaging, this is specific for text messaging, you want to be very, very cautious about your messaging. We can coach you on that, jump into our open office hours after this call, and we can talk more specifically about best practices when it comes to text messages. For email, you also want to be very careful that you're protecting your email sending domain. So when you send out a cold email to somebody, they can mark it as spam. You really don't want that to happen. So again, you want to be careful that you're being compassionate, you're being quality, high value. You want to be giving something of value to that cold lead and giving them the opportunity to opt out or unsubscribe without claiming that you're spam. So again, those best practices are another conversation. Happy to talk about them in open office hours and answer those questions specifically. Today, we're just building the campaign. So we're just going to talk about building that content. So we're going to jump into ChatGPT because that is one of the best ways to build out your content and through clever prompting. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to jump in. All right, so we're going to start in ChatGPT. And again, as I mentioned, we're going to be building this nurture campaign. So right now it's just for emails, but we'll add the text messages here in just a moment, here in real time, actually. So if you have seen our earlier videos, we talk about prompting ChatGPT effectively. And in order to do that, you want to give it a role. So in this case, we need a marketing expert. We need somebody who specializes in email campaigns and can nurture cold leads. So remember, ChatGPT has a wide swath of information to pull from. We want to narrow it down so they're only pulling from a very specific set of information. So we want it to be a marketing expert. We want it to be someone who specializes in cold leads and conversions. So we have all of that laid out in our prompt. Now I need to give it some background. So this is another piece that helps create your prompts a little more effectively and makes them more robust and more applicable to what you're doing. So I'm an electrician. That's our case study. And I want to do something. I want to send out emails with a special promotion. So again, keeping that high level, giving it a focus, a goal. Some more background. Talks about the hurricane, and then I give it the special that we're offering. I'm very specific. And then why am I offering this? I want it to help people recover. So I then be very, very specific about the tone, the style, what needs to be included or excluded it, telling it that it's going to be both cold and warm. I want it to be empathetic, explain the special, and a clear call to action to schedule service. Now, for this case study, we are going to charge $75 for a service call, and it's going to be applied to their service needs. And then I just tell it, go, please complete this nurture campaign. It gave me 3 emails. You would read through these, make sure it sounds like you, make sure that it's has your business jargon, logo, slogans, all that good stuff. But if it sounds good, we're going to pretend like we've already done that work and we like this. We have 3 emails. Actually, gave us 3. You can send these once a week. You can send them a couple of times a week, especially if you're doing a short time special. You want to get it out into the public's view. So all of those things. All right, so we have our 3 emails. But we also wanted text messages, right? We want to do both. We want to reach our people in as many different ways as possible. So we're just going to ask it to create that. Always give your ChatGPT, your AI, some kudos, some good words, some praise. That kind of keeps it in your good graces. It's just something that they've realized. So I'm going to tell it, great, these are awesome. Please create a text message campaign as well. Keep the messages short and simple. Okay, that's it. So now it's going to give me my 3 messages, or 4 or 5. Let's see what it comes up with. All right. I like these. So it gives me 3. If you want more, you just say, great, can I have some more? And you build it out. But wait, we want one more thing, social media. Because we should be advertising our business not just through email and text, but social media. So these are awesome. Garbage in, garbage out. So make sure that your spelling, grammar, all that good stuff is on point. These are awesome. Please create social media. I keep missing the O. Social media posts for this special. And it's going to give me a few posts. We will talk about social media posts on another session. Today, we're just going to talk about getting the emails and text messages out. So it's going to do its work. You can actually navigate away from ChatGPT to other tabs while it does its work, and then you can come back when it's finished. So we're going to go and we're going to start setting up the automation. We want to get this work out. We're going to create a workflow. I'm going to start from scratch. And I'm actually not going to put a trigger in here. That's not going to stop it from activating. It just means that I will have to manually activate it. which I kind of want to. I want to choose only those affected by the hurricane, so those in the greater Houston area. And so I'm going to skip the trigger. But if you wanted to tag them or put any other sort of trigger, fill out a form, those kinds of things, you can do that too. And we're going to jump straight into the automation. So I want to send out an email. Fill out all of your information, but ChatGPT gave me my subject line right here. Subject line, we're here to help. 20% off electrical services. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. Just a second. And there we go. Now, what's cool is the system will actually allow you to autofill this. So make sure you change this. So ChatGPT is just going to give it to you in brackets. You want to change it to your custom fields. So in this case, we're going to do first name, so it sounds more personable, and then scroll down and find where it says your phone number. You can actually put this as your business line that's connected to the system. Oh, I'm still in contacts. Let me go back. So you could put the user. I think we'd have to pull the business. Oh, here's account. Account. This was the phone number, email, and website. Now, you, of course, can type these in by hand, but why do that when you can just plug it in with these custom fields? All right. And then your name and your company name. So you can, again, type in your name, or you can just put whoever is the main user of the location. And then it was the name of the company. That's the owner's name, so you could do that too. Why don't we go ahead and do that? First name, last name. And then the location name would actually go afterwards. And then don't forget to click save. And there you go. Now, we have the automation set up for the first email. Then we need it to wait. So we're going to add a wait step. And maybe we want to wait 5 days. This first piece here is going to be what you see on the screen. And then everything else are your parameters. So change this to 5 and 5 days. And then click save. All right, I'm going to move my monitor so I can see the save button. There we go. All right, and then I'm just going to duplicate that process. So I'm going to add another email, another wait step, and do that until the entire campaign is built. Click save, and then don't forget to publish. Let's put a name to this. So Hurricane Promotion, that's what we'll call this. We'll make sure it's published and hit save. Remember to always go to publish and then save. If you change it and then you navigate away, it will warn you that you haven't saved it yet. So make sure that you've saved after you've published. So we have this workflow, and we've built out our 3 emails. We've built out our wait steps. Now we need to send people. So we're going to go to our contacts. And you can either filter by them. So I'll show you a cool thing. I think I did it in this ChatGPT real quick. I don't know if it's here. It might be on a different one. But I actually asked ChatGPT for all of the cities in the greater Houston area. So for our marketing purposes, sometimes we want to target just those in our, 1 hour, 30-minute, 1 hour range of greater Houston till we reach all the way to the suburbs. Well, it gave me a list of 36 cities. And I was able to create a smart list that was just greater Houston through filtering. So when I want to send out to just our local people, I can just send to that list. So let's say we want to send it to everybody. We're going to click this button up here. It'll highlight all of them. And then I'm going to click the robot. The robot lets us add to an automation. It's going to always have this disclaimer. It's going to say, hey, you're doing this add to automation. That's what I wanted. And then you're just going to choose it. So we would do hurricane promotion. Of course, label your action, and then you would click add to automation. And these are all fake email addresses, so it's not going to do anything. But if you had automation, it would send that first email and start that campaign. Oh, we forgot to add the text messages. So let's go back and do that really quickly. It's the same process. So we'll go to hurricane promotion. It's a pretty similar process. We'll go ahead and add it's called an SMS. So if you type in text, you're not going to find it. And again, ChatGPT gave us this text. So I'm going to scroll down to where that was and say first one. All right, again, change these to your custom fields. And then there's a lot that you can do with this. You can set up AI to look at the if-then. You don't need a phone number because this is a text message. And there we go. So schedule a $75 service call today. Probably want to put a calendar link in here. So let's go ahead and do that before we move on. Now I'm going to show you a little trick that I use. Do you know you can duplicate your tabs? So you right click and then click duplicate. And then you have a second tab, especially in the system, then that allows you to find the links that you need to use to copy them over. All right, so we're going to go grab that calendar link so they can book a call immediately on that text. That's going to be found under calendars. And we're going to grab the service call calendar. To share links from your calendars, you're going to use the 3 dots on the far right. As soon as it loads, there it is. So I'm going to book the service call. I'm going to click share. I always use the permanent link. And then now that it's copied, we'll come back here. We'll add it to the email. We probably don't need to actually tell them it's a call to action. So we'll delete that. Of course, go through your edits. And then we'll say book here. There's your link. Now you can embed this calendar on a website. So it's www. You can embed this. You can change what it says. So instead of having the big long link, you can say service call, schedule a service call, and then save. And so now that's there. So now I can take this, just kind of shortcutting it. I copied this link. Don't forget to save. And I actually want to put it here. Oh, that's not going to work because it's a text message. Let me go grab that link again. But it helps when you're doing multiple emails and things like that. And there you have the link. So now they can come in and they can book a service call. But wait, don't we need to take payments on that? So we got one more small piece to do. Let's go into this calendar really quickly and turn on payments. So I go to edit and I'm going to go to forms and payments, scroll all the way down, turn on accept payments, put your number that you're charging, service call fee applied to any service scheduled. And you're done. So now you are all set up to send that nurture campaign. Don't think it's saved. Okay, my mouse jumped. So I go do that. Yep, it didn't save. My mouse jumped to the close button. 75. I'm just going to put service fee. And go ahead and turn it on. Don't forget to put it from test to live. I had forgotten that too. Click save, and now you're done. So we have built our email nurture campaign. We've set it up through automation, and we have done the text campaign, added that to the automation, kicked it off and gotten it started, and made sure that we were taking those deposits ahead of time, all in less than 20 minutes. So this will definitely save you a lot of time, energy, and effort so you can start getting that word out about your special promotions now, or any event, any announcement that's coming up that you want to get out there. Utilize your services, utilize these tools to get your services out there in front of people. Following this, we are live in our open office hours. If you are not registered for that, click the link below and you can register and get the Zoom link for that. I will see you in the Zoom room. Have a great day.